everyone, my name is Jason from Game-Rave.com, and this is certainly Game-Rave TV. So we turn back to the letter Lament series, where we choose a letter of the alphabet and discuss something that went completely awry, starting with that letter. Normally, this would be reserved for a video game, but this time we're going to focus on a company. Today's letter Lament tackles Acclaim. So Acclaim had always been a fairly notorious publisher back in their day. One of their staple strategies was to simply license something popular and then poop out a game in record time. In the 8 and 16-bit days, those brands included X-Men, The Simpsons, Spider-Man, Aliens, and more. Now, while the majority of YouTubers will kick that dead horse for easy views, it's important to point out that Acclaim did have some amazing publishing decisions. This included handling a majority of Midway's arcade library like Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam, and other excellent releases with D and Alien Trilogy. Our Lament focuses on a specific moment in the PlayStation's life, obviously. By the time 1997 was rolling around, one of the most reviled publishers in gaming history decided that they were going to try a carbon copy development cycle. And by that, I don't mean constant sequels. I mean literally reusing game engines and slapping a quick new coat of paint on them. This trend started in 1996 with College Slam, a college basketball game so blatantly slapped on the NBA Jam's engine that you could mistake it for the former. Thankfully limited to just one release, there was literally no reason to own the game if the former was in your library. Later that year, around Christmas, they literally doubled down with Space Jam and WWF In Your House. Within Your House, Acclaim decided they needed to squeeze just a bit more money out of WrestleMania the arcade game, and began to create their own version with new finishers and wrestler-specific locations. Sadly, the care and attention to detail that Midway spent on the flashy moves and ring stage for the arcade never carries over to Acclaim's hack job. The stage graphics just do not match up to the digitized wrestlers, especially with how flat the backgrounds are. You can tell where they stuck in placement holder graphics for what should have been the run-in sequences as well. It just looks and plays so rushed and so poorly viewed. Space Jam's a different beast, however, but still plays into the recycle game. While based on the movie, Acclaim was hoping to play off of the Jam name, and found the perfect developer and engine to do it. Sculptured Software, who did quite a few ports in their day, essentially just took their Super Nintendo Looney Tunes basketball game and rebooted it for Space Jam. While they added the mini-games and changed up selection screens, little details like the net graphic not changing reveal the repainted job. The biggest and more than likely most tragic of the repaints was when Acclaim lost the publishing rights to the WWE. With the company defecting to THQ, Acclaim would license the ECW business in their former's place. The problem came when it was discovered that the ECW games were quite literally just reskinned WrestleMania games, even down to simply renaming the match types rather than actually creating new ECW ones. Acclaim's troubles would continue far into the PlayStation 2 era, but from a different angle completely, including poor business decisions, really poor game-changing decisions, and stunningly poor public relation moves, like getting parents to name their kid Turok or buying ad space on actual tombstones for Shadow Man. Eventually, in mid-2000, Acclaim sold off their properties and properly closed its doors. Alright guys, that does it for this week. We'll see you next week on Pause Mode. Have a great weekend, stay safe, and trust me, we'll get through the next 4 years. God Christ, letter Lament T up next.